Yo, what's up everyone, it's your boy Nemesis aka Game Enemy, and today I thought I would make a video on these two guys, the guys that broke Tekken 7. I thought we'd talk about how well they've aged over time after all the nerfs and everything, right? Like how bad are they or how good are they? So we all know how Leroy, especially Leroy. Alright, let's talk about Fahkumram first. So Fahkumram was, on initial release, Fahkumram was considered a very average character, right? Remember, a lot of people like, the main man especially. We had a few words from, I think, was it Zhongling? Saying he's a very average character, right? He has very high mix-up games, which don't make him that good. But I think the only person at that time I was saying Fahkumram was broken was King J. I remember watching King J getting his ass beat by Fahkumram and him complaining on how broken this character was, and boy oh boy was he right. So Fahkumram he's a very huge character, but he had all the mobility in the world, right? He had far-reaching mids, or he has far-reaching mids still. This man would hit you from like state to state with a standing 3, right? So it became hella clear that this man was broken beyond, I don't know, like, a lot of people couldn't see it, but he was really busted, right? He had the insane backdash. The fact that his backdash was nerfed, and yet he's still one of the most mobile characters in the game is insane, right? He was very nimble as well. He could step you clean, right? They had to nerf that as well. Like, it's insane how Fak was really just out of this world. So after all the nerfs now, like, how good is he right now? Does he still need more nerfs? Like, that's what I thought we'd actually talk about. So Fahkumram honestly is not as intoxicating as he was, but he really is still the jack of all trades. Like, honestly, his step isn't really as bad as we thought it would be. Like, he can still step you quite decently. He still has the obnoxious backward fall. I do not know why this thing is still in the game. Like, why does it track? My only problem is it tracks, bro. Like, it's a homing move. I don't know why it's still the way it is. But basically his lows were nerfed as well. Some damage reduction was done, but his lows are still insane, right? Number 3 was nerfed to like -2. Now he loses his turn. He loses his turn again with downfall. So he really took some hits, right? You got 3-4 was nerfed as well. So Fahkumram is still an S tier character. He's still one of the best characters in the game, but really not as intoxicating. And I feel as though people are not really playing Fahkumram, mostly because they just don't really like him, right? But I know that this character is still one of the best characters in the game, and it really takes someone that really loves the character to play him. Personally, I do find him really fun. Honestly, like, Fahkumram is a really fun character to play. With the consoles, the sliding inputs, it's really fun. It's a really fun mechanic. If you really haven't given Fak a try, despite the reputation, he really is a very fun character to play. So I actually recommend him to you. So he really is in, that state where he's good, but no one is playing him for some reason. I think only JD is picking him up like once in a while. Bing Chang pulls him out as well, but Bing Chang is a man of all characters. So at the end of the day, play who you want. But Fahkumram is still good, just not as intoxicating as he was. Now let's talk about Leroy Jenkins. This character literally broke the game. I don't even know how to play him because I haven't really picked him up. But Leroy, dude, the Leroy journey has been, man, the coolest character in the game. One of the best, like, fuck it, he's the best character design in the game. When this character was showcased at the TWT finals, bro, like, man, the hype was insane, dude. He is so sick. He looks so sick, right? With the cane. How do you do the cane? Alright, I don't really know how to play Leroy, but there we go. Right, it was just new, the mechanic was new, like he just looked so sick. The video, his theme, the whole music video vibe, he gave up like real hip-hop vibes during the intro. The hype was insane, but now, upon release, the first thing people realized about Leroy is the fact that he's a very easy character to play. And there's just something about easy characters not being very satisfying in this game, right? You want execution. There's a certain satisfaction people get from having playing high execution characters, and the fact that Leroy was missing this particular trait was a huge turn off to a lot of people. He is a very easy character. It's ridiculous. One of the most easiest characters to play in the game. So a lot of people really didn't like that about Leroy. Then upon release, another thing people found out about this character is just how busted he was. Like, he had insane frames. I remember this being counter hit launcher safe, and I think plus as well. He had this move, down back 1-2. Yeah, down back 1-2. It was safe. This move was safe. Then he had the high version, which was plus, right? So he was so intoxicating. He had the shotgun punch, which had a shitload of recovery on whiff. It still is very stupid, but it was like way worse before. We then had Evo Japan that had like 7 Leroys in top 8, which was ridiculous, right? He has a back 2 parry. He had the lows for days. This low, I mean, it's still good as well, but Leroy was just something else. Something Tekken 7 had never seen at that particular time. This character literally broke the game. So he's been nerfed quite, like, Leroy has been hit really hard now, but he's still one of the best characters in the game. He has one of the most close range pressure that cannot be dealt with by anything. Like, there's no stepping Leroy because he has a back 4 in the tracking hell sweep. He has a shotgun at close range. He has a 10 frame hit confirmable counter hit move. So Leroy at close range is the best character in the game, in my opinion, but he is very weak at max range. He doesn't really have a lot of things to do at this range, right? So you really want to keep him away from you as much as you can. That's one glaring weakness Leroy was given upon receiving all those nerfs. Before that, he really did not have any huge weaknesses overall. So all in all, Leroy is still one of the best characters in the game. He's also in the S tier, like no surprise. The 2 DLCs released are still top tier in the game, but he's not as intoxicating as he was, just like Fahkumram. And he does have glaring weaknesses at max range. You know, at the end of the day, Leroy is one of the he's one of the coolest characters in the game. In my opinion, he's the coolest character in the game. So again, people won't really talk shit for you if you play Leroy at this point, because right now Tekken is kind of in a state where, you know, it's not really about a lot of people complaining about certain characters. The people have just accepted Tekken for the way it is, right? We do have the Zafinas, the Devojins, and the Akumas, you know, that are busted beyond belief. But people have seemed to kind of, like, Tekken has reached that state where it's like, play anyone. Like, it's always been like that, and before, you know, the insane characters were released, practically these two, but Tekken has always been in that state where if you play a character you like, you can still do well, right? So like everyone is pretty much accepted for Leroy and Fahkumram for what they are, you know. So Tekken is really, in terms of, it's really in a chilled state right now. So you can play Leroy, bro. Like, just play who you like. Like, he's not really a dumbass character that much anymore. He is still easy and he still carries, but you do really have to make your way to your characters, to your opponent's face, which is kind of not that easy to do, but you know, he's still an S tier character. I mean, come on, it's Leroy. So yeah, I just thought I'll talk about these two characters, guys. It's been a huge ass journey from where we came from having literally no DLCs to having 4 seasons. 4. That's insane. It's insane from Namco. They gave us so much in this game. So it's been a journey, man. It's been a journey, and these two are definitely good additions to the game. I mean, I do prefer Bruce over Fahkumram, but Fahkumram is more fun to play than Bruce was, in my opinion. But Bruce was cooler, and I would pick Bruce over Fak. Leroy is the best character design in the game, and I really hope I'll see him in Tekken 8. All in all, it's been a journey, and Namco have done their best to fix their fuck ups, but it is what it is. So yeah, thanks for watching my video, guys. If you made it this far, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and yeah, GG.